Ooh, I was always 3. I was always leaving.
I
Yeah.
thought so, yeah. I remember when you were leaving, and we would talk. We would talk because you'd be leaving. We were talking like I was sharing with you like places I lived in San Diego and like places to be worried about or like what to be careful of because
Mhm.
you decided to take orders. Why did you decide to go to a ship in San Diego and not just get out in Japan? What was it about that?
Well, so I at the time I had because I only had to do 3 years in Japan, and I had a contract for the 4 years, but the 12-month extension, so 5 years overall.
Oh, so you had a 5-year contract.
I had a five
I didn't
year.
know that. Okay, so you had to finish your other 18 months or whatever it was somewhere. And
Mm,
that's why you, okay, I get that.
mm.
So then, did you want to go to Cali?
Definitely wanted to go to Cali because I was sent to ABC school out there, and that was my first experience in California, San Diego. Got there, instantly fell in love with it.
Mm,
I said, oh, this is where I need to be. Just the whole vibe, man. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
I got to be here.
Hey, San Diego's great, man. I love it. I lived in San Diego for like 8 years, 7.5 years.
Really.
And you got to pay a cost to get that sunshine tax, but it's a great place to live for sure.
To this day, it's even my favorite. I'm sorry. I was just saying, to this day, it's still my favorite place to be.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, that's great, bro. That's what matters is you get to live somewhere that you think is like a great place to be,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of good reasons why for that. So you decided to go to Cali, go to LCS. I mean, you couldn't have picked a more different platform or ship to go to next, right? And then the other thing is, I tell people if you start your career off in Japan and then anything stateside is not going to be the same because our op tempo is crazier overseas, right? Like our operational what the amount of things we're doing, like my ships I did in San Diego, nothing against them, but it felt like everyone was just taking it easy every day. Whereas in Japan, it was like we going from underway to underway to underway to underway, and it was I'm not gonna say stressful, but it was like energetic for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
San Diego is just a different vibe, right? Because everyone's like, we're gonna get off. I'm gonna hit Balboa. I'm gonna go home. They get on the freeway. They get past the gate. They forget they're in the military. Whereas in Japan, you in the military 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because anywhere you go, someone gonna bust you. They gonna catch you, right? It's just a different vibe. So how was that landing in San Diego after being in Japan for 3 years? Was that too much freedom?
And so it's funny that you asked that because it was definitely too much. Where at the time, it was a shell shock, kind of culture shock for one.
Yeah.
I think the first question I'm want to go back to that first. Did you ask me what made me choose? You made me say what made me choose San Diego,
Oh,
right?
you said you went there for ABC school and you just fell in love with it right away.
Yeah,
And I get that, man.
but the transition out there was not the transition that I had planned. So I had no plans whatsoever to go to an LCS. I didn't even know what LCS was when I was picking my orders. And that is the just the reality sometimes of being a junior sailor. I didn't, I had no idea about any of the other ships outside of the ship that I was on because that was the only ship, LSV. And all I knew was, okay, I'm seeing all of these places to be stationed. I know I want to be in San Diego. So what